request Dr. Saurabh Sharma, Director Asian Education Group, to please give the welcome address. Can we have a huge round of applause for Saurabh, sir?
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Mr. Ayush Gupta, Ms. Ghazal Alak, Dr. Sandeep Marwa, Dr. Laltaveer Shrivastava, Dr. Gurdeep Singh Raina, faculty and staff members and dear students. It's my proud privilege to welcome you all today for this auspicious orientation ceremony of the 2-year PGDM program at Asian Business School. I think it's a very, very good feeling for anybody whenever they hear the word first. I think today is the first day for all of you. And I think it brings its set of curiosity. I can look the same at your faces. And I know there's a lot of emotion going inside you today. But then I would just, out of my experience of having met students like you at this particular similar platform in the previous years as well, can share with you that you've taken a right step, a right decision, and this curiosity is quite okay to have. I think I'm very happy with the fact that we have two very, very prominent people amongst us today. Mr. Ayush Gupta, who's had 3 decades long experience in a very, very prominent organization. And I would just say thank you, sir, for sparing your invaluable time and being here for the students. I'm sure that your insights today, which you'll share with them, will be very, very helpful for them, specifically in terms of the domain which you represent, which is human resource. So thank you, sir. Let's have a huge round of applause for him. Also, I know the buzzword is entrepreneur, startups. And I think you all are students who would want to have a similar journey like one of the guests we have today, who is Ms. Ghazal Alak. So let's have a huge round of applause for her first. I think her journey from a corporate trainer to what she is today has been tremendous. And I would just say that, again, she would be in a short span of time sharing it with you. But then I'm sure that she's a person who you all can look up to, and I'm sure you would look up to in a certain way, because how from a modest beginning you can achieve something which seems unreal is possible, is something which she's a living persona of. So I would say that thank you, ma'am, for again being here with our students today and giving your wonderful insights, hopefully in the coming few minutes. Thank you so much, ma'am. We have Dr. Sandeep Marwa, who needs no introduction. Since the day we met him for the first time, I know the date as well, 16th August 2008. His energy, I keep talking about that, has been something which I look up to. We may be young in age, but then the way he is having that passion, which I have seen for the last 18 years now, still alive. So thank you, sir, because you are a constant motivation factor to us, or to me individually. And I would say everything we do under Asian Education Group is his vision, is something which he has probably seeped into us, and that's what we try to take forward. So thank you, sir, again for your invaluable presence over here. Thank you to my 2 colleagues as well, Dr. Shrivastava and Dr. Gurdeep. I think with their support, things get a little more easier, because that's how, I would say not co-founders, but that's how people who are along with you are required to support you, to hold your hand invisibly and to push you forward. So thank you so much, both of you. So yeah, students, I was just wondering that this is the first key decision you've taken on your own. When I say decision, I mean the decision to pursue this post-graduation program, a postgraduate program. When you were toddlers, a 2 or 3-year-old kid, you don't even know that. Your parents probably took you to a school, which you never knew which school it would be, and they enrolled you. So it was 100% their decision. When you were a 17-year-old and you were entering into the graduation phase, the decision which I can understand, being in the education sector for 22 years now, would be a mutual one, 50% yours, 50% theirs. But this is the first important decision as adults who have crossed 18, you have taken for your own self. I would say when we take our own decisions, we are accountable for the same, because otherwise we always have people to blame too. I could have gone to a better school, I could have gone to a better college. So make it count. Quickly, I just want to tap about few things today, which I have probably imbibed from people like you, not on the day one of their journey at this institution, but on the last day of their journey at this institution. The goal is to not pass out from this institution the way you got into this institution today. Now, what all do you want to add on to an invisible bag is something which you have to be very clear about. So we have this wonderful tradition of inviting one particular alumni, a pass-out student of this institution, every month. We call that alumni of the month. And this particular alumni, after the interaction with students like you who will be a part of this organization or the school, they end up meeting us as well because we want to meet them and understand a lot of things from them, celebrate their success. But one key agenda in that particular discussion is the fact that what are your learnings? What do you think you could have done differently? What do you think helped you when you got into the corporate world? Because I think there are three roads from here for you. One is a road or a lane which would head into the corporates. Second could be a road or a lane which would head into some entrepreneurial venture. And third could be maybe some of you have your family businesses and your parents want you to join them in that. In each of these, there are certain skill sets or things which are required. What we feel is, I feel this is the biggest regret or mistake which any one of you can have or make, is the fact that you think that opting for this course is the best you can do, or is 100% of what you could have given in terms of your own effort. I don't think so. I think what you would do in the next 2 years will be more important. You come out over here as people who have some portion of your personality to, you can say, uplift. When I say personality, I don't just mean your physical personality. A lot of components. AI is a buzzword today. Your communication, public speaking, knowledge. There's so many, decision making. How do you, like, say, suppose if on certain parameters you are maybe a 4 on 10 or a 6 on 10, how you utilize your faculties, how you utilize this 2-year time frame you have at this institution to make this 4 on 10 go to 8 or 9 on 10 is the key thing which these alumni have been telling us. Because what, in a very real way, I want to tell you is that when you enter the corporate or the entrepreneurial world, yes, there's a lot of practical learning which happens. But see, if a corporate would hire people, they would hire from multiple institutions. You will not be one of them. There will be an unsaid competition. Maybe they are your colleagues you joined on the first day in that particular company, or you start a venture. But what will happen is that the people who have equipped themselves better, those invisible tools which they have imbibed inside themselves, will automatically be given better responsibilities, no matter how humble, how adjusting you are. But then at the end of the day, the people who have owned their skill sets to be better will always be getting that particular leverage. And that's the time when you feel that, okay, I think now I should work upon those things which are missing, which is after these 2 years phase when you enter the corporate or the entrepreneurial world. But that time, the age you're at, the expectation from yourself and your family which they have from you, which is that you should now earn. You are like schooling done, graduation done, post-graduation done. So formal education set up in the country is like sorted for you. I'm not giving the fact that learning ever ends. It never ends. But then this is the formal setup. So what happens is that at that particular point of time, you don't have your faculties around. You don't have your mentors around. You have to be a self-learner, which is also promising. But then when this entire ecosystem for the next 2 years is around you, because they also have a very prominent vendetta in doing so, which is your success is their success. Your success is institution's success. So if you utilize this particular environment and try to take cue from the fact that wherever I'm missing out, or whatever part of my personality I think I need to work upon, or which is on the weaker side, and you transform that to be your strong point when you pass out, and then you enter the corporate world, trust me, you don't have to be a job seeker. You could have multiple options in your hand, and then you take the shot. Maybe you take a shot, you enter a corporate, but then entering is one thing, but getting into the top league in the first 6 months or taking 3 years to get over there would also be decided only by how you treat or how responsive you are to certain things, but how your skill sets are. So I think the biggest regret which any one of you can ever have is the fact that these 2 years go by and then you realizing, I wish I could have utilized these 2 years better. And that's a big regret. So my advice to you today would be that whatever you do ahead, that's up to you. But then just remember that these 2 years won't come back again. Because everything had a following up thing. School had a graduation. Graduation has this. But this would have a corporate, entrepreneurial venture, you start up, family business. But these 2 years can be game changing for you for your entire life. The next 40 years could be sorted with the next 2 years for you. And at the end, I would just say that I know some of you were even accompanied by your parents when you had come here for your processes and admission selection interviews. So I could see a lot of curiosity in their faces as well, because they know that you are adults now. They know that they cannot dictate things to you in terms of wanting you to do things this way, that way. There's a hidden fear as well, that now he's more or she's more independent. Maybe some of you or most of you who are not from Delhi NCR and have come from other states would also be having a lot of freedom coming your way. Some of your hostelers as well. They have a lot of, you can say, affairs inside them, which could be that, oh, I think the way they have been taken care under our umbrella till now, I hope it stays like that. So I would say just don't do anything, have fun, enjoy, but don't do anything which ever makes your parents feel sad, or maybe anything which makes them bow their head down. So you need to take every step which should make you proud and your parents proud. With this note, I would just say that from the side of Asian Business School, we can just ensure that we will give it our best towards you, because that's what we are here for. But then that would require a reciprocation, that would require your efforts. And if you are keen for that, I think you're at the right place. So best of luck and God bless you. Thank you.